This is the first part of a series I'm going to call Confessions of a Recovering Narcissistic. People throw around the term narcissistic more often than they should, accusing people of it when in reality there's a difference between a trait narcissism and narcissistic personality disorder. There's a big difference. These stories, these sessions will be told from the perspective of a counselor and the clients. Of course, the names will be changed to protect the innocent or the guilty, but the truth is the same. The truth is, there is a growing body of evidence to show that narcissism, personality disorder, is growing. That doesn't mean things like social media cause it. In fact, according to Dr. Ramani Durvasula, social media does not cause it, but it certainly feeds it. And I happen to agree with that. I think there's lots of anecdotal evidence and scientific evidence to back that up. I also think that it is possible, maybe not completely recover, but people that are suffering from narcissistic personality disorder, they will feel pain. Unlike a sociopath who doesn't feel any pain, someone with NPD will feel pain. They won't feel your pain, but they'll feel their own pain. Feeling somebody else's pain is usually referred to as empathy. That's one of the ways you can tell if somebody has NPD versus just trait narcissism. So let's talk about a client named Fred. How did Fred realize he was narcissistic? Before he came in for counseling, Fred would realize that he would make friends with people, he'd get along swimmingly, and then suddenly, without warning and without explanation, have those friends pull away. And that happened more than once. And when it happened with people he really cared about, and that's when he came in for help. And he had tried counseling at other avenues, and a lot of counselors will give up on somebody with NPD and say, I can't help you, I can listen to you. But in their own words, they would basically say, you're not going to change. And maybe those other counselors had reason to say that. But in Fred's case, he was willing to change. And in Fred's case, he was fortunate to find a counselor that would give him assignments. And that's the key, by the way. If you're going to get counseling, find a proactive counselor that will give you assignments to improve your character. The counselors that just listen to you and, affirm you and blame other people for your problems, that might make Fred and other people like that feel better for the moment, but it doesn't solve anything. In fact, it makes things worse. In fact, many kind of times that sort of counseling will make the person worse. Raise your hand if you've known somebody that's gone to counseling and they seem like they're worse after 6 months of counseling than before. Some of their pain might be gone from their face and their actions, and they might be brooding less, but in reality, I don't want to say monster, but they seem to be getting worse. Fred, though, had a 20-year journey, and I'm here to share with you that journey by confessions from him and others, and assignments that were shared to help Fred grow. And whether or not you're a Christian or a pagan, let's face it, if somebody says one idea is superior over another, you're speaking the truth. And I think I'm not sure who said that first. It's not my original idea. I don't take credit for it, but I agree with it. If somebody, so this idea of relativism, what's true for you and true for me, I don't believe in that any more than saying gravity's only true for him but not for me. There's many truths in this world that are true and duplicatable, and if experiments you can do by the scientific method and actually have the same outcome, even if 10 different people do the same test. And that's truth. And Fred was brave enough to face the truth that Fred's grandiosity, his need for admiration, his lack of empathy, all of that fed into something that became very ugly. But eventually Fred got better. This is an episode of Confessions of a Recovering Narcissistic. This is Maximus. Thank you very much.